Hey guys, it's Kobe with Rural Bible Reviews coming at you again this week with another Bible review. This one is a little special for two reasons. One, I'm doing this for a friend of mine that this is his personal Bible that he had rebound. And two, it's because it is by a rebinder that this is the first time I'm ever seeing his work. This is a rebind of a ESV verse-by-verse reference Bible. And I'm going to leave a link down below where you can get the actual Bible, not, of course, not this because it was rebound, but it'll be the text block. And then I'll also leave a link down below to the rebinder, which is Logos Bible Rebinding. And if you're not familiar with Daniel and his rebinding, you need to be. Like I said, you can see rebinds online and, look at the pictures and, appreciate the work and everything. But until you actually hold one and look at it and have it, in your hands, you don't really know. Well, I will say, Daniel, you have definitely lived up to the hype, my friend. Your rebinds this one is stunning. When Matt and I, Matt's my friend, he's the one that sent me this, and he sent me Bibles before to review, but when he and I first started talking, and he told me that, or about this Bible, and he told me he was going to get it rebound, he kind of told me the color scheme, and I was like, well, that's an interesting choice. I like the cover, but I wasn't 100% sure about the rest of it. And me and him jokingly go back and forth. He told me he'd send me this rebind only if I said go Vols. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. He's a Tennessee fan. I'm a Georgia fan. So anyway, we kind of went back and forth and whatnot. And I will say, yes, this is Tennessee colors, but you carry it in Georgia color cases, brother. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and, let the Lord finish the work in your heart and become a Georgia fan. But no, all kidding aside, he does carry it in the Steadfast Bible armor. I've got a couple of these. Mine, I've got black with the red trim. I've not ever seen one of the gray ones before, and this one's really pretty. I like that one too. Those are great cases for Bibles, by the way. But like I said, I'm going to go over the specs, and then we'll look at it. But it is, like I said, the ESV verse-by-verse preaching reference Bible, not preaching Bible. The leather is a gray Sakoto goat skin with an orange liner and an orange end sheet. It has a semi-yap. The perimeter stitching is orange. The ribbons are orange. He has 5 raised hubs, and he has stamping on the side. He has a gold gilt line. He's got a perimeter tool line here. And the art gilt he did was also in gray, which I found that very interesting. And like I said, I've seen people do red under gold and, things like that, but I'd never seen someone do gray. At least not that I can remember. And he didn't with this one, and it looks great. So, but anyway, like I said, Matt wanted to do this in the color that he chose simply because of him being a Vols fan. And like I said, when he did it, I was like, man, I don't know. That's going to be, awful bright and everything. But it's bright, but it's bright in a beautiful way. But, all right, let's look at it here. So Daniel 1, he does the rounded spine. Oh, and he did orange head and tail bands too. But look at this. He did the orange full stamping. You've got Holy Bible, ESV, and then you got Daniel's logo right there, which I love his logo. And look at these ribbons, y'all. Look how long those things are. I love that. I love good long ribbons. And like I said, you can see the perimeter stitching. It was done in orange. Here's the back of it. This leather feels great. There's the gold gilding. And then look at that. When he did the gray, look how pretty that turned out. But here's what I mean by it's orange. Look at that. That is orange. But I kind of like it. I mean, it's different. The gold gild line, you have to turn it a little bit where you can see it, but you can see it. I mean, it's because this orange is so bright. But like I said, it's not bad. I like it. And look at Daniel's corner work. His corner work is great. That orange perimeter stitching with the gray is really good. Of course, he did tab it up onto the block and everything. You got your end sheets. And let me just flip it open. You can look at the text, and we'll see the how it looks. And look at that gray, how pretty that is. That gray looks really good. It really offsets it. I think it's very pretty. And what I like about this this Bible, it is a double column. And you guys know me, I prefer single, but this being a double column and it being verse by verse, it's not bad. You know, the text is very readable, and it's actually a 9-point font. And the Bible, if you buy it, you can get it in top grain leather. That's the only way Crossway has it on their website. If you're a Crossway Plus member, you can get it for $122.49. Let me see. You can get it on Amazon for a little bit cheaper. It's $103 on Amazon. So, but if you go to Crossway, they've got a drop down, and that's the link I'm going to leave is Crossway. But if you go to Crossway, they got a drop down by the add to cart where you can get it from other retailers. Westminster Books has got it for $113. So yeah, you can get it a little bit cheaper elsewhere, but that's fine. But like I said, I'll leave that link, and then you just click on the other retailers and look where you want. But anyway, but you've got an introduction before the book here, and then you've got your layout. It's almost like, it looks like an Omega to me, except it's verse by verse. Because your references are in the corner. You got your footnotes at the bottom. And like I say, it's a very legible text, very readable. But God, look at those ribbons. Those things are long, man. I love them, though. They're great. All right, let's go into the New Testament here. And I didn't show the title page and everything. I'll go back and do that. Let's see. And we get to the end of the Old Testament here. And here we are in the New Testament. And as you can see, black letter text, which is right up my alley. But it's a very pretty Bible. Let me go back to the front here. You've got your presentation page, and that's the only one you've got as far as a legacy page goes. It's just a presentation page. There's the Holy Bible, and it is the 2016 text edition, of course. Let you see that. And it was printed in China, which you guys know me. I know a lot of people don't like Chinese print. I get that. But the paper in the Crossway Chinese print is very pretty. It's very white. So I like it. I don't have an issue with the Chinese print. Yes, I don't agree with what is happening to the Christians in China. Don't hear what I'm not saying. But as far as the construction of the Bible and the Bible itself, I like the way it's made. All right, we'll go to the back here of the Bible. Here we are, getting to the end. We're in Revelation, not Revelations. There's only Revelation, no S on the end. You get to the end, there's your table of weights and measures. You've got your Crossway Concordance. And as you turn into the concordance, you've got your abbreviations there. And get to the end of the concordance. And of course, you've got your Crossway maps. And there they are. Your end sheet again, your orange end sheet, and then your orange liner. So, what do you guys think? Do you like that color scheme? I know I've got another guy that watches the channel. He's a Bama guy. He's a Bama fan, so I know he'll have something to say about the color scheme. But no, all joking aside, I really do like this. The gray and the orange really do look good together. This cover is great. The semi-yap, as you can see, that's good. I like that. It'll, as you train it, it'll get to where it stays together more. But I wouldn't want it folded down too much because I'd want people to see that perimeter stitching. Daniel, great job, buddy. I don't own any rebinds from you. Maybe we can work together and I can get one. I need to get one from him. I need to get one from Rockwell. There's several other rebinds that I'd like to own, and there's some I'd like to see and or own. I know Reformed and Rebound, that's one. Birdbound. I mean, there's so many guys out there now that are rebinding that do such good work. If you hear something, that's my cat. Anyway, that's all I've got for you this week. I'll be back next week with another review. As always, my link tree is down below. There's also a link to the Wrath and Grace app, the Wrath and Grace universe, where you can go to it, check out their teachings and whatnot and their videos. There's also a link to the Truth and Love Network. As you guys know, I'm now a part of that. You go follow them. Go check out the other podcasts and other brothers on the network. And like I say, my link tree's there where you can follow me on all the social medias. And my Buy Me a Coffee is going to be in the link tree if you feel so led to donate any amount or anything at all. Like I said, it'll go towards purchasing Bibles or rebinds. And, because like I say, I buy everything out of my pocket. Of course, I didn't buy this one. Matt sent it to me, but it's going back. It's not staying here. So yeah, I don't have a channel where people send me stuff, which is fine. I don't do it for that. I do it because I want you guys to be able to see different Bibles and different offerings and maybe find one that you want. That's what it's all about anyway. But as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a premium Bible. And like the video, share the video, comment. If you have any questions, just, reach out down below. And I really do appreciate you guys coming here each week and watching my videos and whatnot. It means the world to me. And those of you that I haven't spoke to yet, that I've sent you out your winnings for the 500 subscriber giveaway, please let me know that you got yours. I've talked to a few people, and I know they got theirs. There's one that it shows delivered, but I want to make sure you actually got it. So just comment or email me back or something. There's another that they tried to deliver it. It didn't go through. They're sending it back to me. He doesn't live too far from me. And my daughter actually works near his wife. So I might see if she'll take it to him. So either way, I'll get it to him. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. And until next time, grace and peace.